I recall seeing some of our friends who've been part of the church family here sharing that what brought them to the church here in Cathcart was seeing children and young people playing in this front grass, running and laughing and enjoying themselves. I love this front grass. This is what I like to call our meadow, and it's coming on, and it's been looked after by a number of people in the church just now, and across this weird time that we're in. It's breathing space. It's a place where joyful things have happened, where we share in games and prayer, family time, and in laughing and playing and sharing. We've made and we've eaten nettle soup just over there, and it's celebrated weddings, and some have climbed trees over there as well, and just recently exchanged some toys. It is, apart from the traffic in the road out there, it's a peaceful and a natural place which carries often the sound of children and young people, and is all the more joyful for all of that. We start a new series, our third series of Bothy texts today across this lockdown period. Stretching over the next few weeks, hopefully we'll be stepping into our sanctuary at the end of all this current series and gathering together again in worship on Sundays. And we're going to take some lines from the Gospels where Jesus is saying, this is who you are. I went for a walk on Monday, unsure of what the next few weeks were going to hold, and trying to work out what I needed to hear from God for this time, wrestling out my own feelings of where we are in the midst of all of this, and in all the pulls and pushes of this time. Within the first few steps, I realised I needed just to hear again who Jesus says that I am, who we are together. And we turn again to the Gospels. I can't come out of them at the moment, something of the closeness of Jesus that I'm needing just now, and I need to be in the Gospels. So here we are. Who does Jesus say that I am? More thinking towards us gathering again in this place in a few weeks, who does Jesus say that we are together? And there are many pictures we could go to, many words in Paul's letters, but for now I just want to sit with Jesus' words in this. And so over these next few weeks we're going to gather around Jesus' words and hear what he says about who we are, who I am. This first Bothy text in the series comes from John's Gospel. It's near the start, and it's not spoken or written by Jesus, but I want to start with it because these are the words of a friend of Jesus called John, the beloved disciple, one who was with Jesus through his ministry, through his death and his resurrection, and one who feels very deeply the glory of God in the person of his friend. And when he's writing his Gospel, his good news, what is his summary word, his description of who we all are, of himself, that he shares because of Jesus? This is it. This is the word for this week. To those, John1:12, to those who received him, to those who believed in his name, he gave the right to become children of God. And this is why I'm down here in these new freedoms of phase 3 of lockdown. Why I am in the front meadow of our church and not in my back garden. This is why I am remembering the words of others, those who came to the church because they saw the children and the young people playing in the front grass here, to take up the right to become a child of God is to take up a freedom and a joy and a playfulness and a laughing and running and full of life gift of being to those who have run across this grass, this that they know so well. And this is what the gift and glory of the life and work of Jesus offers us, the freedoms and the joy of being a child of God, not bound by the things that others say bind us, not bound by our place in the world, the colour of our skin, what we are born into or out of. Our freedoms and joy lie in the creation of our God. And this description of us right at the beginning of John's Gospel, written by one who is loved by Jesus, speaks to me through the picture of our young people and children running across our meadow, laughing, joyfully finding their feet, climbing trees if that's what they want to do. They do that while also held in the embrace of those who love them. And I'm taking up that right to be a child of God through opening my life afresh to Jesus, I am embraced by love, and I choose to take up the freedoms and the joys and the life that God has created for me, so that others may look and see Jesus and come also to that embrace. This is such a lovely picture of what these verses are about, of running in the freedom of God and letting others see that joy and creational freedom. And I pray that we would each take up the right to be the child of God. Amen.